What's up, guys? This is Kellen here again with another beer review. Today, looking at Sip of Sunshine, beer I've had multiple times. Probably had cases of this in a few years it's been out, but I've never sat down and reviewed it. And I kind of stumbled upon it in Woodstock, Vermont. Picked up a 4-pack, 6-day-old can. Couldn't complain. Yeah. Again, I've had this multiple times. It was very easy for me to get in Burlington, where I live. It's kind of a bad place to live if you're a craft beer freak and you're in college. Or get into the scene while you're in college, because especially right now, there's all these amazing breweries coming out of there. But this would come out weekly, and it'd be usual for at least one of my roommates to get a 4-pack or 2 4-packs of either Sip of Sunshine or Heady Topper. So it's just one of those beers that it's kind of funny when you go to towns like that. It's it just becomes like a standard. These beers you can get them anywhere. Every single restaurant has Heady Topper, Sip of Sunshine, while people go insane across the country spending like $40 for a 4-pack of Heady Topper. Still people still go crazy over that beer and this beer. So that baffles me. It's just kind of a bias in my sense, and it's kind of an exposure bias. I fucking see it all the time. So I'll try not to let that affect my overall interpretation of this beer that I'm so familiar with. But yeah, let's get into it. Pours out a very slightly hazy gold color, bordering orange, actually pretty orange. Nice head retention on this beer. I always remember that compared to some of those juice bangers now. Very nice head retention, very nice quality to it as well. I've actually noticed they brew the cans at Two Roads Brewing in Connecticut. A lot of gypsy breweries do. We're not a gypsy brewery, but I'm just saying it's a huge brewery. A lot of people use their space. They used to brew 22-ounce bottles at their brewery, Lawson's brewery, in Warren, Vermont, which is kind of a boony, like a really small town in northern Vermont, kind of close to Hill Farmstead. But I'm not sure if they still do that. But in those bottle releases back in the day, they were really, it was a really hazy beer, almost like a Heady Topper level haze. And this one's a lot more refined. I don't know if that's still the case, or if it's just the batch variant I had, or if they even brewed at Lawson's anymore. But just a side note, I've always noticed that. But yeah, let's get an aroma on this guy. Whew. Yes, I forgot this beer is like very sweet, like a honey sweetened, like orange grapefruit. You're getting some tropical vibes in there for sure. Some like pineapple sweetness. Maybe like a fruit, like a generic kind of tropical sweetness, like pineapple, mango. Nice resinous kind of like hop quality, kind of like piney, kind of herbal, very West Coast reminiscent. There's a nice malt sweetness in there as well. It smells like a very sweet beer. And again, I've had this, so I know what I'm expecting. It's very West Coast. It's like a West Coast, the classic West Coast style IPA, like Pliny the Elder, with a little tropical hop influence in there for sure. You're definitely getting a little stuff more. You're getting some more beyond just orange and tangerine or citrus fruits. You're definitely getting a little like a tropical vibe. Let's give it a taste. Yep. It's been a while since I've had this, but I'm very familiar. Up front, you're getting that like orange citrus fruit sweetness. You're getting all those, the tropical sweetness as well. Very smooth body. Nothing big, nothing creamy, but it's with the carbonation, it's fucking perfect. It works. It's very smooth mouthfeel. Works perfectly with this style, especially with the ABV. It just drinks very easily and very smoothly. Nice kind of resinous finish, kind of like that piffy all around the mouth, kind of grapefruit, West Coast kind of bitterness for sure. It's good though. It has a very nice aftertaste too. Nothing too malty. It's definitely more of a hoppy kind of like grapefruit peel flavoring too with that bitterness. Sometimes with these, with more malt forward IPAs, it actually finishes a little more bready. And this is obviously a very fresh can, so that's a demonstration of that freshness. So It's actually there's a beer that's more accessible, very easy, way more easy to get than this beer in Vermont, brewed in Vermont. Is 14 Stars Tribute, green cans, 4-pack, 16-ounce cans. Excellent stuff. This might be a little more balanced, a little more balance to it, maybe a little more of a juicy quality, but it's very similar. And I'm just saying, if you're really dying to try this beer, in Vermont, and they sold out someplace, which they do every single time they get it still. Like I said, it's still hype as hell. Pick up some 14 Star Tribute. Very similar, about the same price. Lawson, this is obviously a very good beer. I think Lawson's, they're very reputable. They have been for a long time. Especially with Double Sunshine, that's been top-rated beer among the internet for years, since I started drinking craft beer, and I still never had it. There was always releases. We always had random releases of it at a local kind of brew shop near where I went to school in Burlington, but I just never got a hold of it. But it's the same. I heard it's like a juicier version of this. It still has a nice malt balance. On back to this beer. It's definitely still a very good beer, but I think their reputation still drives the hype for this particular beer. It's also based on your preference. This is more of one of those, 5 years ago, when Heady Topper started becoming huge, was huge or was starting to become brewed. That was kind of like the transitioning, a kind of New England beer for the whole style. This was a part of that train. This has New England qualities for sure. There's a lot of tropical influence, a lot of juicy hops up front. It was this was like an amazing addition in that lineup. Other beers Gandhi bought. Hill Farmstead, which is actually, it's such an esoteric brewery. You really have to go there to get their stuff. At least at a national level, most people haven't had their beers. But no, all those beers were very, transit. They were pioneers really in the whole new age kind of hop thing that's going on. And now this is I consider this more like a Midwest kind of style beer. The whole new style obviously is very pale malts, very minimal malt influence, and not excessive, but insane dry hopping. Late hop additions in a boil. An insane amount of dry hopping, sugar additions. There's a lot of just the whole brewing process in itself for IPAs. They're following the same trajectory as the hype. The new IPA is the new sliced bread. But this one, 4 years ago, was a part of that bandwagon. Or a part of those transitory beers. So again, there's some even free. I would compare this to more like a Free Floyd's beer or a maybe even like Gandhi bought.